Hi, my name is Kimber Chewning, and I'm a art history PhD candidate here at Boston University. And this past summer, I was a graduate humanities intern at the Boston Public Library. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, my internship experience was entirely remote. But I worked with the Digital Commonwealth, which is an amazing resource of digitized archival materials. And I settled on a photographic collection because my specialization is the history of photography. And so I worked with my internship supervisor to target underutilized collections and think about ways in which we can make these underutilized collections more accessible or visible to the public. And so the collection I primarily worked with was the U.S. Soldier Systems Center, which is located in Natick, Massachusetts. It is as the title of the collection emphasized, a military facility. And it primarily emphasizes food and packaging innovation as well as textiles. The collection has over 14,000 photographs, and so my first assignment was to get really comfortable with the collection and make sense of this mass of photographs and try to recognize patterns. And while I was doing this, I researched different digital humanities projects that other scholars and libraries all over the world were doing and tried to learn a little bit about metadata and coding, which are things that I had no experience prior to. And my major project was creating a series of blog posts for the Boston Public Library, and I considered the ways in which these photographs can be connected to the history of mass consumption in the United States, especially related to food packaging and textiles. For example, we can owe the creation of the chicken nugget basically to the Natick Soldier Systems Center. And we can also credit a lot of textile innovations such as cooling or heat protective gear or things that keep you warm to military innovation. And so the military partners with basically corporations to do the innovation side of things, and then the corporations can focus on advertising and other sorts of elements. And so through this, I was able to understand a little bit and hopefully explain to a readership how the military industrial complex really works, as well as think about these photographs in relationship to other historical photographic archives, especially government-sponsored ones in the past. So I thought about the U.S. geographic surveys of the West in relationship to these in the late 19th century. I also just tried generally to create a narrative in which we consider the ways in which photographs especially can make visible hard to see historical forces. And I tried really hard to do that in a way that was short format and these really manageable blog posts and publicly accessible. And so that was a big learning experience for me, and thinking about a big research project and how to make them small and easily digestible. I would really like to thank the BU Center for the Humanities and the Associate Provost Office for Graduate Affairs for making this experience possible, and I learned a lot in the process. So thank you.